In a world that moves so fast, we forget to breathe. We run toward the next goal, the next possession, the next version of enough. But in the quiet spaces, between our racing thoughts and restless desires, there lies a truth so simple, so powerful. Thankfulness. Not the shallow kind that fades after a moment, but the deep, lasting gratitude that softens the soul and calms the storm within. When we pause to appreciate the gift of this very breath, the weight we've been carrying begins to lift. Thankfulness is more than an emotion. It's a way of seeing, a way of being. It reminds us that peace isn't something we find out there. It's something we awaken in here. We live surrounded by abundance, yet we feel empty. Surrounded by voices, yet we feel alone. The world tells us to chase, to want, to compare. But the more we chase, the more peace slips through our fingers. The noise is not always around us. Sometimes it lives within us. Thoughts that repeat, I need more, I'm not enough. But happiness built on when never arrives. Because peace doesn't come from getting more. It comes from noticing what's already here. Thankfulness silences that inner noise. It reminds us to stop running, to stand still, to listen. When you breathe in gratitude, the chaos begins to fade. What once felt urgent becomes unimportant. What once felt missing now feels whole. The heart that was restless begins to rest again. Gratitude doesn't ignore pain, it transforms it. Life will always bring moments of loss, disappointment, and uncertainty, but gratitude teaches us to look through the pain instead of at it. It says, even here, something good remains. The lesson, the strength, the love that endures. Thankfulness changes how we see the world. It doesn't change the storm, it changes the sailor. When you practice thankfulness, problems shrink to their true size. Challenges become teachers. Every hardship becomes an invitation to grow. You begin to understand that peace is not the absence of struggle. It's the presence of understanding. Gratitude lifts the veil of fear. It shows that behind every shadow there is light waiting to be noticed. You don't need a perfect life to feel peaceful. You just need a grateful heart to see the perfection in life itself. Gratitude isn't just spiritual poetry. It's powerful science. When you focus on what you're thankful for, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, the very chemicals of joy and calm. Over time, consistent gratitude reshapes neural pathways. The brain begins to seek goodness automatically, filtering out anxiety and fear. Gratitude trains the mind to find light, even in dark rooms. It lowers stress, strengthens relationships, boosts the immune system, and improves sleep. But beyond biology, something deeper happens, something beyond science can measure. The spirit begins to align with peace. A thankful person emits a vibration that calms their surroundings. They walk into a room and shift its energy, not because they have everything, but because they see everything as a gift. Gratitude doesn't just make life feel better, it makes life be better. Gratitude is not reserved for special days or grand moments. It's hidden in the small, ordinary things we overlook. The quiet rhythm of your breath, the taste of food, the laughter of someone you love. Gratitude turns the mundane into sacred moments. It transforms just another day into a miracle worth living. The truth is, peace doesn't live in rare events. It lives in simple awareness. The more you notice the little things, the more life opens its arms to you. Every sunrise whispers a second chance. Every smile from a stranger says, you are not alone. The universe speaks in gratitude's language, soft, subtle, eternal. And when you learn to listen, peace becomes your natural state. A thankful person walks differently through life. They no longer rush, they no longer grasp. Their joy doesn't depend on outcomes. It flows from within. When you are thankful, you stop fighting reality. You begin to trust the process. You learn to flow with life instead of forcing it. Gratitude teaches surrender, not weakness, but wisdom. It's the calm center in the middle of life's storms. Because when you know that every moment, even the hard ones, carries meaning, you stop fearing the unknown. You start walking in peace. Thankfulness is strength disguised as softness. It doesn't shout, it glows, it doesn't demand, it embraces. It's the quiet confidence that whispers, "All is well." Thankfulness is the art of living awake. It opens your eyes to the miracle of now, to the sacred gift of simply being alive. The world may not always give you what you want, but gratitude helps you see that what you have is already enough. And in that realization, you stop searching for peace, because you realize you've carried it within you all along. Gratitude doesn't just create peace, it reveals it. It's the doorway back to yourself, and when you walk through that door with a thankful heart, you become the peace this world is searching for.